Welcome to the Intentionally Random broadcast, where the topics are intentionally random and randomly intentional. This day is a day that I don't even know how to describe, but we here. Tonight, we will peruse part 2 of the topic of perseverance, what it means to us, what it costs us, and finally, finding common ground in the shared spaces of exhaustion, pacing, and reignition as must needed periods of rest and reform. I'm going to say that one more time. What it means to us, what it costs us, and finally finding common ground in the shared spaces of exhaustion, pacing, and reignition after must needed periods of rest and reform. Join us. And Anthony's Too Real, and yours truly, at Tina Mofa Show, as we conquer the conquests of the grind while leaving self-sabotaging situations in the rearview mirror as we continue our journey to peace, prosperity, and wholeness, rather than auctioning off ourselves wholesale, cheapening our experience, and selling ourselves short of our just due. So if you would, lend us your ears, your thoughts, and a little bit of your undivided attention as we endeavor to stop in the name of love, breathe, and continue moving forward. Let's step into the real. Now, I don't know what's going on with Too Real, but I need y'all to put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 1 right quick. Put a 1 right quick. Let's get into it. Put a 1 right quick. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I see some ears. I see some ones. We're going to get it together today. This day, we are already persevering. My goodness.
Tina,
are you? Yes.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now, loud and clear.
I'm sitting here like, why is the music still playing at 7:06? Oh my Lord. So you already started it?
I just went through the whole introduction. Didn't know you weren't there until you didn't say Anthony's Too Real.
OMG, it just kept playing the music. Hey y'all. Wow. I'm like, is something going on?
Child, when I tell you, we have been going through it today. When I tell you I was stumbling, fumbling, and tripping over words, well, one, because I ain't got my glasses on. Number two,
when?
just
In
a
the
minute ago,
introduction?
the whole introduction,
I didn't even hear it.
Let me
Just
tell you
kept playing
something.
music.
Let me tell you something. We stop. Do you not know that what is happening right now is perseverance? We pressing on through despite difficulties right now, and the difficulties are shown. It ain't. I'm talking about ain't stopping us not one bit. But when I tell you they was in full fledged with muscles,
Mm.
the difficulty came with a muscle shirt on, a tank top showing abs. I'm telling you.
This is wild. Well, hello, everyone. Yeah, thank you, Lord, for helping me persevere because I'm so happy I didn't hit the wrong button. Like, that mean I would have cut you off. I didn't even know. So I'm so happy I just thought to like reload it.
Well, I had kicked myself out right when I was getting ready to go live. So, I'm so
Mhm.
glad that you all are here, though. Those of you all who decided to step into the place and show some of your faces. I don't know if everybody's showing their face, but it's been quite a few of you all who have. Just want to make sure that I acknowledge those of you all who are in the chat. Faith says she's in this piece and she is first. So glad that you decided to come in, hang out with us tonight. Dr. Ninja Turtle. Hold on. Let me bag up 1 minute. Let me put some respect on her name. Faith, greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. When I tell you I done started this day off the day raggedy. I'm trying to unraggedy, but for whatever reason, this here raggedy is full fledged today, but we gonna persevere. Hello.
Hello.
Doc, I know, right? Dr. Ninja Turtle, we're so glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Anytime that you're here, I'm ever so glad that you decided to hang with us. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Jazzy, let's talk about it. So glad that you're here hanging out with us. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Who else do we have here? As always, Lady Yo is in the building, also known as Brit Family Fun. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. I believe she's first on. It's not the vertical, it's the horizontal. I'm not sure. But I do know that she might be first. Oh no. Was that you? I don't know which one y'all in. Yep, I think you are first in the vertical, and I think that is Faith that is first in the horizontal. So I'm just glad that both of y'all came in to hang out with us. But Brit Family Fun, Lady Yo, we're so glad that you're here. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Alvin Jones, so glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Always like to acknowledge the men, just like Dr. Ninja Turtle. We are so glad for his masculine presence. And yours as well, sir. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to these here Chapmans. SFA in the building. Good morning, sir. Good morning. I know that the sun is up over where you are, but the sun is going down where I am. Matter of fact, if I peep out the window, I see street lights. So, but that's
Mhm.
okay, because street lights are on in the wee hours of the morning over here too. But wherever there is a morning, there's joy. So either way, we so glad that
Mhm.
you decided to hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to these here chatments, sir. Bree Bree, so glad that you're here. Hey, y'all. Hey, Bree Bree. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. So used to seeing you in so many different places, but you decided to hang out with us. And so for that, we want to greet you. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. Agree to disagree is in the building. You guys are some of the most hilarious people I've ever come across, but you all always drop so much knowledge, so many nuggets. So glad that you have come into the space. And as always, we salute the brothers that come in and decide to hang out with us chicks. We
Mhm.
might drop a gem or two ourselves, but we're so glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to these here chatmans. Um, I'm trying to see if it's anybody because I don't want to miss anybody because they be like, you didn't say nothing to me. Mary. So glad that you're here. Mary's life journey is in the building. Hello, Tina Mofo Show. Hello. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chatmans. And I'm trying to make Brandon of Palm Beach. Tina, I'm here for a minute driving my kid to the store. So in case I can't read the text, but good to see you. So glad that you decided. I hope you're being safe and not texting and driving, especially with that baby in the car. But otherwise, we're so glad that you're here, Brandon. Appreciate your presence. Just want to welcome you in. Greetings and salutations and welcome to these air Chapmans. Another man. I am rolling out the red carpet. You can hate all you want. My pastor of these here YouTube streets has entered the building. Oh, so glad that you decided to come hang out with us, just Danielle 365. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to these here chatments. Um, got Dr. Ninja Turtle speaking. Danielle said, hey. She's speaking to you too. Too real. Who
Hey
else we got up in
y'all.
here?
Hey JD 365. Hey everybody.
Oh. And so let me see if I can get down to the bottom of the before hold on. One of the most hilarious YouTube stand up comedians has entered into the building. Real odds and evens. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. And as always, we like to acknowledge your male presence. And for the men that the other, but hold on, I don't want the other men to feel like you a man and I ain't said nothing to you. I salute all of you men, you good testosterone carrying men. Hello, you hairy men. I'm so glad that you are here hanging out with us chicks tonight. But he said, hey to Real and Dr. Ninja, Jazz Danielle Faith, top of the evening. Greetings and salutations, realize and evens, and welcome to these here Chapmans. Ooh, I can never sneak in. Of course you cannot sneak in. There's no sneaking.
Mhm.
Jelly beans. So glad that you decided to hang out with us. Just wanted to acknowledge you, and make you feel a little welcome in this here space. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chatmas. Who else we got here tonight? There might be. Oh, I made it to the bottom. I think I'm doing pretty good. I think
On the
I'm
world.
doing. Uh. Well, you ain't said nothing too bad, so I'm gonna go on and put you up. Shot
Mm.
boy. Um, Given that your name is Shot Boy, I'm going to say greetings and salutations, sir. So glad that you decided to hang out with us. I don't know who Phil McCracken is, but I will shout him out at this particular time. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Hopefully you come in peace because I want to remain in peace too. But we're talking about perseverance tonight. So as long as you're willing to persevere with us and listen to little old us, little old me, and hopefully you get something out tonight. But I want to give you a warm welcome. Greetings and salutations. Welcome
What?
to these here Chatmans. Child, when I tell you, I almost forgot didn't know what to say. Lost my marbles and got them back. But hey, it's still in here. Mhm. I know what it said, but I said it like I said it for a reason. I'm still welcoming him
Yeah.
uh, to the Chapmans. We got swastikas in the building. Jose F. Mueller. So glad that you're here. I see that you stand with ICE. You know, uh, there are several people that believe in closing the borders, and I'm sure that you do too. With that being said, greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Hopefully, you'll be able to get out of something as it pertains to perseverance and maybe able to spread it along to someone else, even if you can't do anything with the information. But we're glad that you're here. Thank you for your support. Whew, Jesus. Peter said that name so smooth, the troll. He didn't even get no shine. You
I didn't
know,
even catch it. I'm
I know
still
you didn't.
reading
I
it like,
know.
did I miss the
And
joke?
let me tell you something. I've been around the town a couple of times or two,
Okay.
and so when they come with the jokes, hey, I'd say it like I want to say it, and not exactly how they want me to say it. So, but with that
She's
being the
smooth.
case, we do have some wrenches in the chat, and they will use it indiscriminately. And so I would advise all of you all to tread lightly. I feel horrible. Hey to you, Anthony's my friend. Oh no, don't feel horrible, Faith. I hope you
Yeah, don't
get
feel
to feeling better.
horrible.
My goodness. Jose said, I'm not a troll. I wasn't even talking about you. It was actually someone else that put something in there. And I most certainly want to recognize that you are a human, and we
Mm-hmm.
desire for all humans to be in this chat. And we
Mm-hmm.
appreciate your presence. Again, I appreciate you, even for your engagement, sir. Funtastic has entered into the building. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. Yeah, I want to welcome everyone in. This is one of those spaces where it's pretty. We're pretty cool. for the most part. We like to sit back, relax, chill, talk about a couple of minutes. I might squeeze in a good 38. Then we might lead this piece because I do know um um okay. Um he likes celery. But what we do like to talk about is the different topics that come across our path. And tonight is not like any tonight is no different. I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it together. Y'all gonna get what I'm saying. Even I've have to stumble, fumble, flipped, and some more stuff. Um, but oh Lord, I'm getting text messages from the people with the wrenches. But again, there are wrenches in the chat who will use them indiscriminately. I do not tell them what to do because if they are offended, they will use it as much as they would desire to do so. But again, we are glad that all of you all are here. We're talking about the individual who wanted a Phil McCracken shout out. Exactly. Um, and so yes, yes indeed. Yeah, but my thing is tonight we're talking about persevering. That even includes persevering beyond the point of um becoming disturbed or getting distraction. I mean being distracted and all of that. Matter of fact, um there's a few things. Not you, Dr. Ninja Turtle. Y'all are hilarious in these chapters. Um, but tonight, because we're talking about part two, last week we were discussing what perseverance was not. If any of you all remember that I was talking about um perseverance as it pertains to what perseverance is not. Put a one in the chat. Let's just see if any of y'all, if everyone but two of y'all, three of y'all, one of y'all, if y'all remember, because I know it's whole lot of stuff that happens between last Saturday and this Saturday. So some of you all might be like, I ain't even finna lie. I can't even put a one in the chat because I don't know what the girl said. I don't even remember what she was talking about. But however, if you all are here and you remember that, put a one in the chat. If not, that's okay. Y'all don't have to remember what I was talking about. You can always go back and listen to it again. And for those who are late or who were late, thank you, Anthony's. At least Anthony's heard it. I know my co-host heard it if did nobody else hear it. Hello. Because I was talking to her before we even came in here. Okay, Brit Family Fun. I see a lady Yo said she remember. Uh-huh. I got a couple of amens in the chat. Somebody heard what I said. But anyway, I'm reminding you all of what we were talking about last week about not hustling yourself. I don't remember if I was there. I understand, sometimes I can't remember if I was there. And I
It
have
be
to
like
make
that.
sure that I go back and listen to it again so that I know that, oh, I did say that. Okay. And so if you don't remember, don't feel bad because I don't always remember either. Matter of fact, I had to jog my memory on what we was talking about last week just so I could do a part two today because I was like, what did we even say last week? I didn't remember. But I do
Mhm.
remember that we were discussing how perseverance does not mean hustling yourself. Perseverance does not mean the thing of getting it out of the mud. This is not a thing where you push yourself to exhaustion, where you're not willing to delegate any responsibilities to someone else, where you're not willing to get someone else or reach out for a helping hand. We talked about what perseverance was not, but this week and we almost through already. I know y'all don't believe me, but we almost through already because Anthony's got things to go, places to go, things to see.
Nah, Tina, don't do that now. I
I'm
do
just
have
like,
somewhere to go, guys. I'm going to my first Galentine's party, guys. So
and so he is hilarious already. So, what is perseverance? We're gonna start with that first. And I got my where I'm citing where I got it from because the last thing I need is a copyright strike because I don't went and got a definition somewhere from somewhere. But perseverance, according to Microsoft Copilot, it
Mhm.
says it's persistence in doing something despite difficulty. or delay in achieving success. That's Microsoft Pilot. Cambridge Dictionary said it's that perseverance is the continued effort to do or achieve something, even when this is difficult or takes a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Lastly, dictionary.com said uh, perseverance is the steady persistence in a course of action, purpose, a state, etc., especially in spite of difficulties, obstacles, or discouragement. I like what dictionary.com said. I'm going to read it one more time for the one
Mm-hmm.
time. Dictionary.com said, for that building tickled me show. Dictionary.com said perseverance is the steady persistence in a course of action, purpose, a state, etc., especially in spite of difficulties, obstacles, or discouragement.
Thank you, Lord.
um, Anthony's Too Real and I were talking earlier. Because this was one of those weeks where we didn't really touch base because when she called me, I was asleep. I'll take all the responsibility. It's all my fault. That child called me one day and I was like, hello and goodbye, because I'm out of here. I don't know if I had taken some medication or if it was when I started feeling bad because I got something trying to creep up on me, but it's going to uncreep in the name of Jesus because I'm taking me something. I ain't like y'all to just
Amen.
slather themselves down with oil and pray for a better day. I will take me something, and about to take something in a minute because I forgot to take my ibuprofen. But so if you hear some pills jangling in the background, I'm not getting high. I'm just taking a little ibuprofen for my little scratchy throat so I can keep talking tonight. Anyway, what I am here talking about is just the fact that perseverance. She and I were discussing how perseverance, what it looks like, and we had the discussion today about how um some people do not understand us. We talked about how, in the process of trying to convey information to other people, sometimes they don't understand where you're coming from. One reason being is because we don't always think alike. We don't always have the same belief systems. We don't always
Mm-hmm.
have the same core belief systems. And because of that, sometimes in trying to get someone to understand something, some things can be lost in translation. So
Mm-hmm.
while I was sitting here thinking about those things that we had discussed, I thought about the fact that, well, maybe I need to start with the definition of what perseverance actually is before we delve off into that. Because some people think that perseverance is no more then you pulling yourself up by the bootstraps and keep it moving until you get to success.
Mm-hmm.
While there may seem like it's some elements of that would make that somewhat true, it's only somewhat true. And while I want to discuss perseverance as it pertains to who we are ourselves and the strength in which we have and the way in which we move and the thoughts that we have as it pertains to moving forward and continuing to move despite obstacles and things of that nature. The thing that I mostly was hung up on was the fact that you don't do this by yourself.
Mm-hmm. At
I had
all.
to mute the phone because I ain't want nobody to think I was running a pharmacy in this piece while I was pouring my medication. But this is the thing about hmm, we must secure the existence of our people and a future of white children. I think children most certainly need to be looked after, especially the future of children, because if you do not secure the future of children, you actually end the entire human race. And so I agree with
Completely.
you to some degree. Hey, kids from Jay, just wanted to stop and acknowledge you. So glad that you're here. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight.
Oh.
Um,
Hey, Sugar Kissers.
and so one thing that I could say is that's amazing. But I'm not finna feed into that because I want to say something and then I don't want to say something. But you persevere on. I understand that he got a message that he got to get across,
Oh,
and for
him?
whatever reason, I'm gonna let him go on and spit his bars, and that's fine with me. Um,
Jose?
hmm yeah.
Oh.
Melinda said, "Hey y'all, so glad that you decided to hang out with us, Melinda. Hadn't seen you in a while. Saw you earlier today, but I'm so glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to these here Chapmans. So much miss you. I miss you so much. Miss being on a panel with you and all that. I'm just so glad. Sorry, I could not. Sorry, I could not abide it. That is quite all right. You heard what my pastor said. Hello, she wasn't going, and therefore it is thee. And thou may watchest from the bushes. Um, and that's the thing about I love my pastor. Yeah, ain't nobody like her. Well, anyway, if it's one thing that I can say is when it comes to perseverance, people do not take into consideration the fact that somebody had to help you.
Mm,
You couldn't do it by yourself if you wanted to.
if you wanted to, you couldn't.
If you wanted to, you couldn't. There are a
That's
lot of
wild.
things that end up being a part of our mantras for whatever reason.
Mhm.
I got it out the mud, and I come from the sticks, and or whatever. I had to get it how I live, and we was on the corner, and doing the things we do. And I'm not saying that everybody had that testimony about being on the corner, because everybody ain't been on no corner. Some of us was just driving down the street, but that's a whole nother story. Um, I'm sorry, not sorry. Pause, but no pause. This is the thing about considering the fact that we have had some very, very serious topics, as it
Mhm.
pertains to moving forward, as it pertains to wanting to look at this year and not stay stuck in 2025, and having all these slogans. I'm gonna get my fix in 2026.
Mhm.
I'm gonna come up after six in 2026. Come up after six, rather. And we have all of these things that we said that we're gonna do. I'm gonna be fine and fit in 2026, whatever. And when it's all said and done, there's somebody that had to help you. You didn't do it by yourself. I
Mhm.
say that because there is a this misnomer that all you got to do is do you. All you got to do is keep your head down, keep your nose clean, and do what you know to do. In some aspects, yeah, that is the thing. Don't get in trouble. Absolutely don't get in trouble. Now, I would think that no one um has to necessarily have that kind of attitude, not in this chat specifically. But there are plenty of people that have the mindset of I got it out. Excuse me, I got it out the mud. Daniel said I was never on the corner, but I was bagging up at the house, not my house,
Okay then.
but that house. So glad we made it through. When I tell you
Okay.
that is hilarious, and
I can't
I
imagine.
can't even imagine
I'm sorry.
exactly.
No
That's
offense,
the
no
part that's
shade, JD.
hilarious
Keep
to
this fine.
me.
This is like so like I'm sorry. But I've been there. I feel you. I feel you. She said she been
Oh,
found that
agree to
house.
disagree. Said perseverance is waiting patiently for Jose to cross that line so we can get him up out of here. Come on with the perseverance. Oh, and look, y'all have come this far, but not by ourselves. And that's my whole point about perseverance. I know y'all was
Mm.
gonna think that I was gonna pull out the pom poms. Yeah, yeah, you can do it. Can't nobody do it. No one can. No, I ain't come to pull out the pom poms for that. However, I am here to pull out the pom poms about your environment. about the people that you call near and dear, about the ones that you have considered friends, family, loved ones, comrades, the ones of whom that you actually rely on, the strangers that you rely on. Because I'm not making no stop sign, so I don't get hit by a car.
Mm.
But somebody had to make one. I I can't say I ain't never paved a road because I actually have before. But I'm not paving. I ain't paving them right now, so I could go down the street. But it's a thing that we all rely on someone for something.
Hmm.
Even if you take a shortcut, and this was something that me and Anthony was talking about earlier. Even if you take a shortcut to do something, somebody else had to pave the way for the shortcut. You don't think so? I tell you what, you go down a path if you want to
Hmm.
and think that you going to climb over somebody's house, backyard, and all that. If it's not a path made for that, you're going to get hung up by a fence. You're going to get hung up by, a dog. You're going to get hung up by something. If it's no more than the thicket, I said the thicket like we in Bible study. If it's no more than some bushes, because I know some of y'all don't read the Bible. If it's no more than some bushes that's keeping you from getting to the other side, if ain't nobody made no little hole in there, you ain't going that way. You're not getting around that. Somebody before you.
Hmm.
Uh-oh. Somebody before you had to pave the way.
Literally.
Literally had to pave the way. Crystal's world is in the building. So glad that you decided to hang out with us, Crystal. We're just talking about a little perseverance. And I'm almost through. Y'all don't believe me, but we're about to get out of here in about 20 something. But we're so glad that you decided to stop by, hang out with us these few little minutes here. And when I get to saying we ain't gonna be here long, we actually don't really be here long after I say it the first time. I might say it 7 more times, but we almost through for real. But we're so glad that you decided to hang out with us. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. But back to what I was saying, as it pertains to perseverance, the only way that you're going to be able to actually press is if you got some help in the press.
Hmm.
I know we like to be like, if it wasn't for me, and my content's so far, that's how I got these 1,400. I got 1,400 now. How I got these 1,400 watch hours, because I was in the ground, I was grinding. But if it wasn't for Elevated, if it wasn't for people like Miss Melinda, of whom I was on the panel with, if it weren't for people like Coach Jay, can I say I would still have those watch hours? Absolutely not. You can have all kind of visions. You can have all kind of plans. You can have all kind of whatever. But even if you got children and you say all I got to do is make $100,000 a year, I'm gonna go work at this here young job right quick, work these good 18 hours, and I'm gonna be set. Well, guess what? You need a babysitter, especially if you got some little kids can't watch out for themselves. You need somebody in your life. Hopefully you got a spouse, but I ain't jumping down nobody's throat about nobody's spouses because hey, stuff happens, because I had got pregnant one time. I ain't had nobody's spouse. I might have had somebody else's at the time, but hey, this neither here nor there. But what I am saying is if you're gonna be in a place and you expect to elevate, how you gonna get there if you do not have help to persevere? Look at here. That put all your business out. But she said to herself, I didn't say it. 1K and still be struggling with children, with child care. I know that's right,
Mm.
honey. Tina out here getting
Baby.
pregnant, y'all. Look at here. Let me tell you something. I almost put all my business out here. I ain't no. I'm paused for the calls. Be okay. I see you. Just want to acknowledge your presence before I tell everybody everything I ever been through. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans. Whew, Lord, definitely need help. I know that's right. But this is the thing about, and y'all don't get mad if I see y'all see if I don't or don't. I might go back and read. I don't know. I don't know. What I can tell you is this: that there are so many people that get hung up in the fact that if they're not able to do it, then it cannot be done.
Mm.
If they're not able to become successful by their own, two legs, two hands, 2 feet, y'all. I'm over here reading talking about some y'all. Assume y'all. I know that's right. Um, if you're not able to do it on your own, then it can't be done. And that's not the truth. Sometimes we have to take a moment to begin to um consider what's there for you. Consider how you're gonna persevere. Because I know we get to these places in our lives where we hit walls sometimes. Is this the vertical or let me see? You are on the vertical. Yes, you are on the vertical. Um, in the one with the mobile because the horizontal is the one that has the I mean it's wide face. It's easier to see if you're on a computer. That's for certain. Agree to disagree. I'm gonna say be okay. All y'all stuff is starting to blend in together.
Right.
I don't know if that's the sinus peel kicking in or I just need to wear my
I
glasses.
think it's the white background, probably. It's
Probably
like the
so.
white background, yeah.
Thank you. I'm so glad you said that because I'm over here sounding like I'm over here getting high, and that is not the case. I took sinus pills so I could dry up whatever's going on in my head, but other than that, no, I'm not on any drugs. Um, Real Oz Easy said, "You ladies have been through a lot. I mean, a lot. And I look at each and every one of you all with prestige and a togetherness of a like mind of going forward and not living in the past. Congrats. Let me tell you something
Mm.
about that living in the past. I ain't got
Hmm.
time. Tina
What you
taking
tell me?
pills, y'all. Be okay. She is with it tonight. Um, but this is the thing about living in the past. You don't go anywhere. You don't get anywhere. You have
Hmm.
to assess where you are right now to be able to move forward. If I don't have the strength, because this is what I was leading up to. If I've come to a wall in my body and I've fallen, you know how some of you all run. I ain't one of them running people, but some of you all run and you get to a place where your legs just don't want to go any further, and you need to stop and you need to regroup and you need to take a moment, especially you marathon people. Ooh, I don't know how you do it. The 5K folks and all of that. Y'all be running and doing the walkathons. I ain't with all that. But what I can tell you, and what you saying?
No, I'm laughing when you say I ain't with all that.
No, I ain't with all that. Give me a treadmill or something, I'm good. But when it comes to yeah, because I don't want to walk outside, up and down no hills and all of that. Mm-mm. Just putting me on the incline on the treadmill, I'm good. But this is what I'm saying. At some point, you come to the end of your doing. At some point, you come to that wall that says, I can't go any further. You come to a place where you recognize your own limitations. If you're going to persevere, there's no reservoir of yourself that you could dig from because you made it to the end of yourself. With that being the case,
Hmm.
where is your help?
Hmm.
What resources are you using? Are you tapped in to the right source of help? That's where I'm going with this. That man said I run to the bathroom, be okay. Okay. I know I can't put a whole lot of Chapmans on the board because y'all be talking crazy. But what I can say is at some point you got to start thinking about who's in your corner. What are you tapping into? What are you reaching for? And do you have the help that you need to reach it, to reach that goal? Because you can't do it all by yourself. The element There's an element to perseverance that nobody ever likes to talk about because they're always focusing on what they are able to do past a certain point. I get that. However, you still have help. Uh-oh, here we go. Pushback. All help ain't good help. Check the source. Yes, Tina. Some help is not helpful. Now, we are most certainly doing inventory. Now, let me help the people because somebody might be listening who does not know anything about checking your inventory. Sometimes you got to see how many cans you got in the closet. Sometimes you need to see how many beans you got in the freezer. Sometimes you need to check and see how many oranges you got in the refrigerator before you decide that you're gonna put everything together and make you a meal that's nobody has ever seen before. A bean orange casserole with canned grapes or whatever it is that you be making. At the end of the day, in order for you to get to the end of a thing, you must be able to assess what do I have? Who do I have? Where can you tap into strength? Where beans in the freezer? Hey, some folks be having beans in the freezer. They go and pluck them at the yard and then they freeze them. Because hey, it be time to eat them later on. You ain't never heard of. Oh, well, maybe you get them out the can. I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. At what point are you going to assess who is in your corner? Daily Sips with Jazzy J. I see you. So glad that you decided to hang out with us. And greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Plucking beans. Oh Lord. Pause. Again, where are the people? Where? Mhm. Now, for those of you all, you can plug your ears on this one because I'm finna go there. Because I know how some of you all are like, Jesus, she's gonna say something about the Lord. Oh, cringe. Cringe on. Plug your ears for this part or skip it, fast forward it if you are watching the replay. Sometimes you need to see, are you tapped in properly? The source of life, the source of your life. Are you tapped in properly? Huh? Are you tapped in? Did you tap in? Hello? Did you ask God to come in and give you some strength? Because again, we're still talking about you can't do it on your own. You can't do it by yourself. Do you have people that can speak life into you after you done fainted, you done fell out? And when I say fell out, I'm not talking about the literal thing of you done walked outside and passed out. And you need to call 911 for that. I'm talking about you come to a wall as a creator, as a content creator, because we got plenty of them in the Chapmans right now. You made it to a wall as it pertains to your job. You've made it to a wall as it pertains to the relationships that you're trying to cultivate. And it seems like we just can't get over this hump. I'm tired of doing content. I'm tired of people not coming in and seeing what I got going on, not listening to me. Ain't nobody subscribing. I don't have enough hours. I'm tired of showing up every day. Do you have your laurels set on asking for help? Where is your help coming from? Where are those people that can speak to you in a way that will breathe life into your fainted situation? I don't care if it's your marriage. Do you have anybody that can look objectively and say, you're wrong, but it's going to be okay. You can make it through this. They wrong, but it's okay. Y'all can make it through this. How many people? Now, I ain't talking about the folks that just want to get in your business and just tell you something. I'm talking about you. That's why I say do some real inventory. Who do you have in your corner? Who are you asking for advice? Now you know what the scripture. There is a scripture that says that there is safety in a multitude of counselors. Sometimes you need to check and see who you listening to. Who have you given ear to that ain't talking about nothing but you destroying yourself and you staying in the predicament that you're already in? Because they raggedy, you know? And raggedy likes to beget raggedy. And since raggedy likes to beget raggedy, everybody is raggedy because they keep listening to raggedy people. How many people can you go to? You can say, you know what? They might not be able to do this and that for me, but they're whole in this area. I can lean into them right there. They ain't got to be my all in all because some of y'all suck in some areas. And I said it and I meant it with my chest. Some of y'all are horrible in some areas, myself included. There are some people that I can encourage, and it is absolutely wonderful. They receive it, they go on with their little life, and they just, going on with them and Jesus or whoever, whatever. I don't know. At the end of the day, though, there are times where I'm trying to encourage somebody and they look at me like I got 10 heads and 7 tongues. What are you talking about? They looking at me like I'm stupid. I'm not that good with them. But for those who have an ear to hear, for those who can tune in to the things that they consider wise, that they can use, that's great. But for those who cannot, that's okay too. That just ain't my area of expertise in their lives. How many times have we had people in our lives that we didn't do proper inventory? And they over there giving you the worst advice ever. Child, you need to leave him. He didn't open your door. I wouldn't have it. Ugh. What was he thinking about? And they would tell you some of the dumbest stuff ever.
Dumbest
Dumbest
ever.
ever.
Ever. Stuff they would
Ever.
not tell themselves.
I'm trying to tell you. Yes, proper inventory. Absolutely agree to disagree. Because I mean, and they were talking about the barbershop yesterday. Shout out to Agree to Disagree podcast. They have some wonderful stuff. Y'all should check them out. Most certainly check out my pastor. Y'all don't get mad. Well, I don't care if you do. Check out my pastor too, because she over there, she dropping some gems. Let me tell you something. She be reading that Bible at night. I be in there, getting a whole meal spiritually. But back to what the Agree to Disagree was talking about. They were talking about they were having basically barbershop talk, but on a podcast level. And they were talking about something I went to thinking, I was like, man, whew, that's something to consider. People be making all kind of decisions and things and being influenced by other people. Yes, I listened to the whole I was talking the whole time too in the Chapmans. I mean, y'all don't call them the Chapmans over there, but I was in the chat. I was over there. I was talking. Big talk because I understood. Them folks over there getting haircuts for $400 and all a month. And not every time they go. Spending all kind of money and stuff. And it's like, when did they get this expensive? It's like, but who told them to go over there? Who told you that's the business to do? Why in the world do you have it in your mind that that's the way to go? Somebody ain't got no wise counsel. Somebody is not willing to say, hey, that lineup ain't worth $250, baby. I don't care how much hair you would miss it up there. And I think about is you over there tickled?
Yes.
It is what it is. You have to be careful about who you listen to. You have to be careful about who's the person in your life that's influencing you. And you out here looking slow. We still talking about perseverance. Because there is going to be a time where you're going to come to places where you can't go any further. And at that point, you still got to get to where you got to get to. There is destiny ahead of you. There are plans. There is a vision that you have, but you can't get there alone. So with that being the case, who is it that's in your corner so you can move forward? Who is it that's in your corner that can help you in the places that your mind just isn't able to get? Some of us have a lot of education and it's still some stuff they don't know. Who can speak to that? When I'm discouraged, I don't want a hug.
Ooh.
I need the word.
Hmm.
But that's just me. Who do you have that can speak to you? Who do you have that even knows that this is what they need to say to you? Does anybody know who you are?
Mm, mm, mm,
We're still talking about perseverance.
mm.
Because when you laid out there because you didn't threw in the towel and you took your laptop and threw it down the street and ran it over with a couple of bulldozers, can anybody come back and say, hey, I saw you throw your laptop, huh? Use mine until you get your mind together because you need that. Do you have anybody that can step in and still believe in you once you hit your wall so you can keep going? Any final words, Anthony's?
I just want to say, I agree with what you were saying. Especially when you said a lot can happen in a week. That's what it was for me. I'll be honest. In a week, the Lord allowed me to see. Oh, sorry, y'all. Pause your ears. I mean, don't pause your ears, but okay, skip this part. But like, He allowed me to see that it's only Him. Like last week, I didn't mention it. I didn't even like it. It should have crossed my mind, but I can't persevere like without Him. Um, Ultimately, I don't believe anyone can. Like we can't persevere because, like you said, it's like when we get to the end, that's where like He stepped in and assist. He was always there, but I think that's when I see Him most. Like at my weakest point. And yeah, like He was the only way um that I could continue. So yes, thank you, Lord, for like the eyes to see it and the heart and the wisdom to like understand and to be able to apply it because I know I can't persevere without Him. Like that's the thing. Like the whole time I thought it was me and it was never me. So those are my final words. Like if y'all struggling with that too, if you at the end, like Tina said, like where is your help? I'm just telling you that's where my help come from. Like don't ever think I'm hard. Don't ever think I don't have no problems. Y'all, all my help come from the Lord. What they say, my help come from the Lord. That's it.
Um, Be okay said one thing I'm blessed with is top tier counsel. Great people who know me and give me advice that's form fitted to me and my situation. Whew, Susanna, I see you. I appreciate you stopping by. We're ending here within the next 5 minutes, but we're so glad that you were able to stop, come in. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans. Cash, Stash, President El Presidente. Hey, greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapman's stash. I'm gonna get it out eventually. Um, there was something else that I saw that I wanted to make mention of before I dip. I mean, before we leave. B3.
So much
I
you.
see. Y'all have to excuse my vernacular. B3, I see you. So glad that you were able to step in. I know that you were having a couple of technical difficulties. I don't know what was going on, but I'm glad to see you here. Greetings and salutations and welcome to the Chapmans as we get ready to get out of here. Um, Agree to disagree. Man, talk your talk. If anyone doesn't want to hear about God, they can bounce respectfully. Yeah, of course. Don't bother me now. You know.
Like
Oh,
a ball.
see, that's why that's my pastor, y'all. She pulled it right out of my head because I'm about to say that I was finna go there right to the now.
Thank
And
you.
lo and behold, she didn't put it in here. I'm not telling you.
My help, all of my help cometh from the Lord.
Okay, she did her solo right quick. Hope you catch that. Put it on wax. And make sure she get her dividends. But I'm at a place in my life, and I'm in here within in the next 3 minutes. I'm at a place in my life where I have decided that I am unashamedly open about the fact that I'm not able to do everything by myself. I ain't got it all. I can't do it all. It's only 24 hours in a day. There's only 7 days in a week. And sometimes it ain't but 29 days in a month. Sometimes it might not be but 1 month out the year. And
Hmm.
sometimes it ain't even 29 days, it's 28 if
Hmm.
it ain't leap year. With that being the case, I always consider the fact that even when it comes to my help as it pertains to resources, take an inventory of those that are around me. Take an inventory as it pertains to those that are connected to me. At the end of the day, if God don't give them the help for me, if God don't put it in their heart to do anything for me, at the end of the day, it's still Him that I have to look to in order to get the help that I need. It might not be your help, and that's cool. That's on you. You ain't
Hmm.
got to have that help. I ain't here judging you. I ain't got a frying pan, nothing. I ain't got no piece of fire, nothing to put you in.
Hmm.
All I'm saying, as for me and my house, it's just me in the house. And so I can speak for myself, and because when I speak for me, I speak for my whole household. As for me in this house, this tabernacle, this body, I'm going to serve God
Hmm.
because I recognize Him as my help. I recognize Him as the one who sends those who can help me,
Thank
sends those of whom I can receive help from. Because
thank
just
you.
like Danielle was saying a minute ago, not everyone who wants to help can help. And when I say
Hmm.
can, I'm not talking about ability.
Hmm.
Sometimes people aren't authorized, and it's
Hmm.
okay if a person got a no for me. Because when they give me a no, it gets me closer to my yes.
Hmm.
And it's the right yes. Not just the yes that I want from whom I want it from, but it's the proper yes that fits my life at this particular time. And no one knows what's right for my life but God.
Thank you, Lord.
Not even me and all the thoughts that I may have. And I be having some good thoughts. You know,
Okay.
I got a little piece of wisdom, a little
Hmm.
portion, a little morsel. And when I run out, I know where I could get some more from. With that being the case, I love all y'all, even if you don't believe it. I'll be praying for y'all too.
Hmm. Thank you,
Because at
Lord.
the end of the day, all of us need help. All of us need somebody to come in, step in, and do what we can't do for ourselves. With that being the case, if you're going to persevere, persevere knowing that when you get to the end of yourself, there's still
Hmm.
help available for you. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. And as always, good night. Bye.
Bye.